Good morning, everybody. All my beautiful sprouts and seedlings, look at you guys. As usual, it's about 80 million degrees in here and I can't see anything because of the sun, no matter which direction I turn in. So we're gonna take a quick look at the babies and then we're gonna get outside because I'm already sweating. Pumpkins, gourds, tomatoes. Look at these guys. They can't wait to be put in the ground. All my peppers are doing beautifully. And there's so much more out here. There are literally sprouts everywhere. We're just gonna have to look closer here in a second. But first, I want to talk about the greenhouse. I've gotten a lot of questions about the greenhouse. People wanting to know, how do I like it? Should they buy one? They've been thinking about getting one very similar, so it's honest opinion time. I love it because it's my first greenhouse. But save your money, seriously. Like I have fought with this thing more than I can even tell you. Like, look at some of these battle scars. And we tried to reinforce it by putting, T-posts, little T-posts at the corners and everything, and like all that did was result in massive ripping of the seams. There's seams ripped absolutely everywhere. The problem is there's no venting, and if you fart inside of it, the cover will blow off. I've woken up like 5 mornings out of 7, and this thing was like crumpled over there in the yard, and I have to constantly wrestle it back on, and that just results in more tears. And like, it was $100, but I've already done the research, and for like $300 or $400, you can get a greenhouse that's solid hardwall plastic with a steel frame, and it's gonna last you a lot longer. And most of them actually come with not only a finance plan, but a warranty. So I love it, I really, really do, but would I buy another one? Nope. Our main focuses this year are crop rotation and companion planting. The two definitely go hand in hand, but we want to break it down into a simple practice that can be applied to any backyard garden. Even if all you have is a couple pots on your patio, you can make sure that year by year you grow healthier and healthier and healthier plants depending on what you put in them. Now, we've been working on our little rhyme, beans, roots, greens, fruits. I know you're probably sick of hearing it by now, but you'll thank me one day. It's gonna help you simplify everything in your garden. If you grow a bunch of beans in one pot or one area of your garden, put in root vegetables next, potatoes or carrots. If you've already done potatoes or carrots, move on to greens. That's what we did here. We had carrots in one end, potatoes in the other, and now we're growing all salad. Once we're done with our salad, next comes fruits. This bed will be ready for all kinds of peppers. All right, last time you guys joined me in the garden, we planted this entire bed with salad greens. And look at them. We planted 2 rows of everything. We're starting to see that nice row-like pattern. There. And get a little closer to the camera here, you can definitely see these guys. And as we come back, a nice little row. There's a nice little row. This one's easy to see. Oh yeah. Don't that just make you happy? I love you guys so much. All right, I'm gonna stop setting these on fire and we're gonna go look at the carrot babies. Look at these little darlings. Set this down so you get a chance to train your eye. You see them? Oh my goodness. These ones are a little easier to see. Not the beets, you guys remember the beets, but check out back here. And then once you start looking, they're just absolutely everywhere. This was the area where the dogs got into the garden and dug around a little bit, so I had to replant these, and I am going to end up having to thin them out because there's just way too dang many. So we've got carrots, beets, carrots, and then we kind of get into the shallower end of the bed. I still have this entire side here, and I'm going to plant this all up with beans, nothing but beans. We want this soil to be so nitrogen rich that next year I can build this up and put my potatoes here. Speaking of potatoes, look at these little beauties. These are doing splendidly. I'm kind of exploiting the fact that potatoes are partial shade lovers because I have my feet literally on the northern wall of our house right now. That's how close I am. So this board is kind of my minimum. Anything closer to the wall than this will get less than 4 hours of sunlight daily, and potatoes do need 4 to 6 hours, and so far they're getting that. But these will do wonderful. We left some room here so that as they grow, we can kind of hill up a little bit and we're not gonna have a ton of soil spilling over. I've only got 2 rows planted so far. I do wanna plant 2 more. I've got my seed potatoes inside ready and waiting, but I do have some other stuff to plant. So if you guys wanna join me in the next video, the party continues.